What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vinatainment. You so married to medicine review. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Like the Heavenly going to talk to her anger management therapist, counselor, whoever he is, and saying something that Mariah's been saying forever about seeing her sister in Mariah, and that's the reason why she lashed out at Mariah and crying and talking about alter ego Lil Kim. People would care more, and I would sound like I care if she actually showed actions. But it's like, how many times you're gonna sit in a chair? I hope the show is paying for it, and yeah, I really do hope the show is paying for it, because there's no way you're wasting all this money, sweetheart, and we don't see no change. I'm sorry. So that's that. Like I said, if Heavenly was showing changes, then maybe I would sound like more concerned or caring, but it's like, yeah, whatever. Next. Thank you. Next. So that was that. The scene with Dr. Jackie and her husband was cute. I just was like, okay, the first time you said my king, it was great. You don't have to keep saying my king. Yes, the camera was there, so of course she wasn't going to show her nude body. But I like that she wore something that almost match her complexion. So she was nude but not nude. She was wearing nude, if you get what I'm saying. But she looks great. Cooking for her husband. I get the part about your husband should be your king every day. The same way how every day should be Thanksgiving Day. The same way how every day should be Valentine's Day in your relationship. But those days still exist, okay? Like, miss me with all of that, Heavenly. Like, girl, bye. I get where she's coming from, but it's like the same way how Thanksgiving Day, if you take the political part out of it, okay, and a disagreement about why it should not be celebrated, and just focus on giving thanks. There are times where people get so caught up in life and the hustle and bustle and being busy and running around and doing all of these things that sometimes you just forget to just pause, breathe, appreciate life, and just thank you, God. I'm grateful. I'm breathing. I'm here. I have another day to make all of my dreams reality. Thank you. I have another day to get things right. Sometimes people are just too busy and can't just pause to enjoy that. So if Thanksgiving Day is what's going to make that happen, then thank God for Thanksgiving Day, because then people get to see their families, their loved one, and all just be under the same roof, just being grateful and thankful. Yes, other people might give thanks every day. I do, and have a loving, amazing relationship and all of that. But not everybody have that luxury. It's sad, but it's true. That's the same thing about Valentine's Day. Yes, you should love your spouse every day, all day, do special things and all of that. But you know what? Like I said, there are times where life get in the way. Life should never get in the way of those things that are important in your life, but sometimes it happens. So if one day it's going to bring that reminder, then so be it. So that's the thing. People like people who are relatable and realistic. We're not saying that the Heavenly is not realistic. We're just saying she tried too much.
Now, you guys know I meant try too hard. I don't know why I kept saying try too much. Same thing, but I meant try too hard.
And it just comes off as you are that great and your marriage is that great. You won't be that insecure. You would be like, I'm such a bomb wife. I'm such an amazing wife that I'm not even tripping. She talked about Simone and everybody else's marriage being flawed, but she's the one who's about to hop over a fence to be the B word, but for her man. So she's the most insecure one. You claim that she is so insecure. And though behind the bar, Simone hired them, the show hired them. So I don't understand why she thinks it's okay. She don't even know those girls to sit there and call them the word that rhyme with slur. Like, just disgusting. So But anyways, yes, I did jump all over the place. I moved from Jackie and Curtis, and basically, if you didn't watch the show, her therapist said that she should put everything aside and make her husband and treat him like a king for a day. So Heavenly came in saying, why it gotta be a day? Your man should be a king all day, every day. And so that's basically what it was. So Heavenly and Simone came in to help her cook and get ready for treat your man like a king dinner. So that's what I was referring to. And then, move on to it was nice to see a short little clip of Mariah's mother. Move on to basically, Simone and Caesar moving in together and everything's going great. And, when I brought up the bartenders, I jumped way ahead of myself. That's what I was referring to. Dr. Simone and her husband Caesar finally moved back in together after 9 months being apart. So they had a big party to celebrate that. I understand Dr. Simone and Caesar did not had money issues and tax problems and all of that. But I didn't see Dr. Contessa saying you're throwing a party for moving back in together. But she's in a good place with Toya, so that wouldn't have been a good thing to say. But yeah, so everybody was invited over to come and celebrate them moving back in together. And for some fun, she hired bartenders with her husband in the basement. And so when the guys went down in the basement, there were these young pretty girls there. And when Heavenly went down there, she just, she didn't go off in a rude or nasty way. She just went off. Also, to the men making a mockery and clowning Aiden, I don't see anything wrong with going back home and saying, okay, babe, this is what we talked about. This is what we did. Because, fellas, the cameras are there. There's nothing you can hide from your wife if you're filming, because the camera is going to show that anyway. So I don't get that whole, Aiden is going to snitch and she's going to tell this and the third. Like, that was stupid. So if it's happening off the show without the cameras being there, then I understand. But I think what Aiden is doing is smart. Basically, give me heads up. If I'm your wife and I'm on a show and you went and did or said something stupid that's going to embarrass me or our family, give me heads up after filming. Hey love, today I filming A, B, and C happened. I don't know how they're going to edit that out of there. I don't know how they're going to make it look like, but just warning you, this happened. So prepare yourself. Whether we have to go to the media and try to spin it, whatever the case might be, this is what happened. This is what I did. This is what I said. Just so your wife or your husband, vice versa, are not blindsided. Like, what I'm saying, over here talking about, yeah, my man is this, that, and the third, and then the episode airs and you're like sitting there looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Like, like, really? And you didn't tell me? So I think that's where Aiden is coming from by going home and saying to Mariah, this is what happened today. And also just having a conversation with his wife about today. How was your day at work, honey? Because this is a job. They leave their profession, but sometimes they be filming for a long time because they don't always get everything they claim is reality and it's real, but they still have to have a schedule. They still have to set the scene up. I completely understand, see where Aiden is coming from by going home and just talking to his wife in general, pillow talk, or like, I'm going to give you heads up and do the same for me because I don't want to be on TV, you know what I'm saying, looking crazy. But I did appreciate the fact that, everything was normal and calm. I think the show have figured out, listen, we have enough drama that our show is not a snooze fest, but every episode don't have to be that. So even if there's a drama in this episode, we are going to shy away from it and let's just have a balance. One episode is just pleasant and peaceful, and then the next one someone can scream, Heavenly can call somebody mama out and all of that. It doesn't have to be every episode, so we get it. The part about Toya and Quad on the show is Married to Medicine. All right, so unless the producers are so in love with Quad and she's getting the Portia Williams treatment over there, that's the only way she'll be on the show next season. It's not dating with Medicine, it's not getting a divorce and then dating a new doctor and trying to reintroduce him to the group. It's not that. It's married to Medicine, and everyone is married to Medicine. So right now, I guess she's hanging on to the fact that she's still legally married to Medicine, but once she gets a divorce, it will be over.
I also appreciate the fact that no matter what the guys go through, whether this person don't like this person, they always find a way to fix it and, reunite. And also, it's no jumping on the bandwagon and, letting go of someone, especially in the time where they need friends. I love how they were able to include Greg back into the group. And it wasn't, oh, it's over, so we don't care about Greg, like the way how the ladies treated Mariah. So I also like that about the men being able to say, you know what, we couldn't do this for this person, but we are going to do this for this person. Men are so different. Like, I understand men get emotional and all of that, but I just love how they can find the fun in something. And okay, we know you're hurting right now, but let's uplift your spirit. I can see that conversation about, we already talked about this, right? Remember the video I did a while ago about Quad going and taking everything from the house and all of that? Yeah, we already talked about this, because when the show goes on a break, sometimes things happen in the media and all of that, and we can talk about it. So if you missed that, I do have a playlist on Married to Medicine. Click on that playlist and watch that video. But it was like sleep number gone and the guys are laughing and all of that. I imagine Quad coming on there with her words of conviction. And I got home and my entire apartment was empty. Bed gone. Gregory took all of my things and left me with nothing. I'm not mocking Quad at all. I know the situation is bad. So absolutely not. I am not laughing at her sorrow. I'm just saying and comparing the difference of how the guys can be like, listen, it's a bed. Yes, sleep number beds are expensive. Whatever. You are a doctor. What she did was wrong. If that's what she did, it was wrong. Whatever, but it's a bed. One life to live. Go and buy you a new bed. Secondly, what new man wants to be sleeping, this is for Quad, wants to be sleeping on a bed you share with your spouse for years? I don't care how expensive it is. Whatever, but Quad got her bed for herself. She didn't get her bed for the new man, whatever. And whatever new person come in my life, if that's what's in my house, hey, heck, sleep on what's in my house, whatever. But it's like, some people are like that. When they move on, they want everything new. But I'm just talking that way just to show the difference of how people can just laugh and say, you know what, whatever, and how some people can just be so deep in their emotions and feelings. And Quad emotions are valid, so don't ever think I'm mocking her or making fun of her. I'm sounding repetitive, but I have to put that out there. I was just simply showing the difference, how the men over here can just laugh, drink, have a great time. So she took your bed, whatever, get a new one. Sorry, my dude. And then the ladies over here is like, okay, girl, we're sorry, but you know what I'm saying? So that's all. But at the end of the day, I'm wishing them the best. Yeah, man, that's see, when Quad was saying like, I ain't going nowhere and wherever, Quad was just speaking on the strength of the producers. If the producers want her there, if they want to break the Married to Medicine, what it stands for, and keep Quad there, that's one of the gifts and the curse. You can sell your show to a network. You can tell them, a part of my contract, I still want to be in the titles. I want to be giving my executive producer credit. I want to be given the fact that I came up with this and be able to say that. But there's also a but. You have to sign over certain rights in order for a network to completely take over a show. And one of those rights are you can't hire or fire people. You can contribute. You can be an influence in the hire and firing process, but you don't have 100% say. Because what they're saying is, if you have that power, then it won't be fair. Because if you are on the show as well as the creator and the talent, then it's not a fair playing field. Because if someone disrespects you and you are really angry and it's nasty and disgusting, right? Same thing. But the show feels like that person is good for the show and good for the ratings. They feel like your emotions will overshadow what's good for the show and the success of the show, and you would then go and fire that person when they are looking at the bigger picture and it's all money, okay, money. Cardi B verse, that's a song. But yeah, so that's it. Like the Heavenly can be as nasty as she wants to be, but if she's bringing drama and adding to the ratings, then to the producers, we're sorry that your mama jokes are terrible and the lies and all of these things are disgusting, but it's helping with the ratings. So you're just going to either have to suck it up or you're going to have to leave your own show. You know what I'm saying? So that's the gift and the curse of bringing people on board. However, if you really believe in your project and you feel like, you know what I'm saying, is that powerful, then in your contract when you're doing another show, put in there, I want to have to say so in hiring and firing, or I'm not going to sell you my show, and I'm going to keep shopping at the different networks until I find a one who agrees to those terms. But I completely understand. It's the same thing. I completely understand sometimes we run off emotions, and if we have that power, then it would never be an equal playing field between Mariah and the other ladies, because she's the creator and executive producer. But they still wanted to find a balance where the ladies still felt like, you know what, it's still fair. So, yep. I don't think certain people would have been talking to her or reckless has she had that power to hire and fire people. And I think that's the reason why the quad was so bold at that table years ago. You can't fire me. You can't do nothing. You don't have the power. And that's why Heavenly is on that same tree. And now you can see Quad and Heavenly, they are BFFs. And you already know why. Because they have one person in common that they're trying to take down, and it's Mariah. And they can never take Mariah down, because whether she decides to leave the show completely, her name will still be in those titles, and she will still be getting her checks, and a bigger one than any of them being on the show acting a fool. So that's just that, you know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of it all. Alright, so there it is. I mean, other little things like toy your house and all of that, you know, those things didn't have a huge impact. So I'm not going to talk about little things that did not have a huge impact on the episode. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here, my Fina loves. Thank you all for the love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.